Ja. Når jeg har det så dårligt, så duer det simpelthen ikke det andet der. Og når jeg i forvejen har det dårligt, altså det duer ikke. Yeah. Hey there and welcome to Color Weirdie Day. I'm here and I'm ready to rock and roll. Well, I don't know if I'm ready to rock and roll, but I'm here. And as you may hear, I am definitely not okay still. So that's not a fun thing. And I think I've got, that's only 6 colors. I think I'll take maybe I'll need to take something else. I was going to do greens because I rarely do greens. And I was going to try to do that. But, hvorfor snakker du til mig konstant, når jeg laver video? Du ved, den ligger under den der stol for enden af bordet. Sorry. It seems like that the only appropriate time to talk to me is when I'm doing video. So I'm just going to wait and see if I'll have any more questions to answer at the moment. Let me see. I think I'm right. Yeah, I really wanted to have 7. So let's see, this one is a bronze green. This is an olive green. I haven't tried them out yet. Hi Tina, hi Tracy. Let's see. Maybe I'll try with the pastel yellow. Let's see. I'm going to try to see if I can take it out. So yeah, I'm still I'm still really sick. Deciding to talk a little bit change at all. I'm just going to check the colors here and the paper underneath so that I can see if I got the right order. This one is the light one. Let's go here. Looks really okay. So this one is almost impossible to get off. Bluish. These are pretty hard on the caps to get on and off. Oh, it's a big difference. This one. Yeah. Ignore it. See. No, I'm not happy with these colors. Hi Anne. Hi Kathy. Hi Tracy. Hi Billy Joe. Yeah, this is not really. Well, we could see how it would go. I guess. I think this one would have to switch places. Maybe this one is too turquoisey. Maybe this one will have to go. Thank you for sharing. Yeah. So, anyways, I think maybe they're too light. Can't even see them on the screen. Sorry, I'm stuffed. Totally brain fog thing. Yeah, I'm trying to concentrate. So what do I do to get some other greens in? I have some greens here. There's brown gray when it has that one. And then it has some. You know that there's quite a lot. I'm not sure. This one, I'm thinking of fit in. It's more brownish. And I should switch these up. And then have this one here. And then maybe actually. And then take it like that. Then we'll see what the result will be. But there's 7, kind of greenish to brown. I'm feeling like shit. I'm not a happy camper at all. I have like, my ears are blocked too. And you could hear in my voice the coughing, the snot, everything is just like full on still. So there's no like really, it's no, it hasn't gone better. It hasn't gotten better, to say the least. If it's gotten anything, it's just gotten worse. So I'm not good at all. Try to deblock my ears. Hi Heather, hi Angel. Yeah, I'm definitely not feeling well. But now I deblocked my ears, now I can hear at least. That's always something. So I'm gonna go in with this first one. Yeah, it's really bad. Um, but you know, hopefully it will change at some point. But yeah, drinking lots of hot Ribena. And now there's no more Ribena because it wasn't on offer at the supermarket. Well, we don't want to have like a day without a Weirdie, don't we? We've been having a Weirdie every day since the 1st of January 2018, so I'm not gonna let a cold have us have a day without a Weirdie. And right now we don't have. Uh, it's just we just gotta do it. Just gotta get it done. Yeah. So it's fine, Tina, don't worry. Nat, du så ikke godt bare lade mig være, fordi jeg kan simpelthen ikke multitaske, når jeg har det dårligt også. I'm sorry, but I can't just have her talk to me constantly when I'm feeling bad. If I'm feeling okay, I can maybe. But when I'm feeling like this and I have fever and everything, it's just, yeah, I've been shitty all day and shitty all night. And tomorrow I have to go to a psychiatrist, and if I don't show up, she's like, she's on the point of canceling our appointments anyways because she thinks I don't want to go, and she thinks if I call and say I'm sick, it's just an excuse, and it's not. I'm full of snot. It's not full of snot, but I think she'll have to see that for herself instead of me calling in sick again. I can't, and I felt horrible about sending Victoria to school today because she's still sick too. But I'm fighting with the social, and I can't afford to keep her home from school, because they are, stupid about it. So I have to send a sick child to school, so I'm not a happy camper in any ways. I feel like I'm being pushed to my limits here with everything that's going on, and on top also being sick. It's just not very cool. So Maria is not a happy camper. I'm feeling sorry for myself. Let's laugh a bit about that. I'm feeling sorry for myself. Things could be worse. I'm sure things could be worse. I don't know how Candy's doing it. I haven't had energy to really communicate or message or anything because I'm really like I really like laying out flat the whole day. I'm just totally off, so I just haven't had the energy. I've been a little bit on the computer today. Finally, I finished off uh, Julie's flow drawing, and I got that up and running. So at least I got something done, and I got the next Weirdie up. So that's sort of about the limit of what I can get done, I think. And I have a lot of fever as well, so and it doesn't seem to be letting go. It gets like so bad in the night. But when I go to lie down, then it's when it really gets bad, even worse than now. I mean, it's worse in the morning because when I can't breathe through the nose during the night, I don't know. I just my throat gets a lot worse, and then I wake up and it's really bad. Victoria said that there was a lot of kids who didn't come to school today, so she's not the only one who's sick. But there was also a few others who were in school who were sick. But I just don't think it's fair. But you know, what am I gonna do? Uh, I really would like to just keep her home because she's not okay. She's not fine. She's better than I am, much better. Uh, I think she also had a good time in school, but it's just not fair. What is fair? I don't know. I don't know what is fair or how to describe it, but this is definitely not really fair on her or on me. But we'll have to see soon. I'll have to have meetings with them from the social, and they have a straight up beef up their ass about Victoria's absence from school. It's 13%. On my day, it was 25%. That was permissible. If you had over 25%, then there was a problem. But obviously now that has been lowered to 10%, they say. And I think that's ridiculous. And then they come up with all this like, oh, but normal kids don't have that much absence from school. I don't believe that they're not sick because Victoria is actually not sick at all. And the other kids are sick much more. But of course, they get sent to school even though they're sick. So that's why the statistics are like that, I guess. So I'm the one who's the oddball out because I actually take care of my kid when she's sick and let her stay home. But, yeah, that's not allowed. You're all supposed to send your kids to day prison. That's what I'm going to start referring school to, day prison. This definitely ain't that like they learn anything. Not a lot, at least not right now. But let's see. I just got to get through these things, especially with the social, because I'm really worried about that. So I just gotta do my best and send her to school, even though that she's sick, and it cringes inside of me to send a sick child to school. I think I should send her to school when I know that she's well. Uh, and of course, yeah, she doesn't have a fever anymore, but she's still snotty and coughing, and not coughing that much, but you know, she's still bad off, and you know, gets a fever, and I think it's not okay. But she was better this morning than she. Of course, it's also like if you send somebody who's sick too early to school, then they're prone to get more sick. So it's not very recommendable in my book. If I want to avoid further problems and show that I'm trying to cooperate, then she has to have an attendance record. I don't know. I don't know if they're even human, these people who sit and decide shit. I don't think that they would look at things from a human perspective. I don't know. They look at things from a set of rules instead of looking at things from reality. They're too caught up in paragraphs and numbers and statistics and not concentrating on the people and what goes on for real. So it all goes up and, oh, but these numbers are wrong, so yeah, well, yeah, their numbers are wrong, I guess. I vote. But anyways, it'll be fine. I'm just gonna start this one. I don't know where to start here. Let's see. It's so pretty one, isn't it? I think I'm gonna start this one here. I don't think I'm gonna count up right away. I'm just gonna like follow the flow a bit, see where it leads me. We only got 7 colors anyways. A few of them are extremely light, but I'm thinking it will look good in the end. Listen, I think I'm gonna start this one here. I think it's a really cutie one, this one. I think it'll be interesting to see in greens since I don't do greens that much. Then I'll have crossed a barrier on my green department, I guess. So let's see. I think I'm going to take the top ones here. This is like the 38 pale yellow. The other one was the 49 pastel green. They both look pretty yellow to me. And I'm going to take that side. So yeah, and besides, then, like on Wednesday I got the parents meeting as well, and on Thursday I got the mentor meeting, and I'm not feeling. I was hoping that today I would feel better. I thought that yesterday would have been the worst of it, and then I would have at least started feeling better. But I'm definitely not feeling better. Um, so that's a bummer. We'll get there. I did draw a bit today. I made some weirdy pumpkins. Yes, I made weirdy pumpkins. It means there will be something for Halloween. Weirdy pumpkins. So I think that would be nice. I'm gonna have to blow my nose once in a while because otherwise I'll be dribbling. I might also have to make a potty break because every time I'm coughing, it's not good. Weirdy pumpkins, yeah. So I don't know. I think they're cute, but they're not scary. They're not Halloweeny scary. I don't think so. But they're cute. And they're fun to make. I think I made like 6. So, and they're like in the 366 size 5x5. So, and so there'll be fat line ones, I think. Well, I drew them with fat lines, so they are fat line ones. They're just easy, quick, fun things. So there might be a little set of Halloween fun from me in the Weirdie style. And next time, I want to try to see if I can make some Weirdie bats. So here we go with that. Just good. Then this one is going to go right in here to get it started. So yeah, it's difficult even to hear myself. Yeah, I think you will like them. Well, I hope you will like them. It was fun to sit and draw them, so I had a good time doing that. And of course, yeah, today is Monday, and that's the day where Victoria gets to see the Robinson thing. So that ends at 10, so I can't be on earlier because we watched that together, even though I really don't like it. I find it immensely boring, and I think they're all brats. They're big brats. Uh, and they act like children. It's like big kindergarten. Because what do you expect? They just like want to join the program to get their 15 minutes of fame or 30 seconds or whatever. Not personally. When they acting like, oh, this one's stabbing me in the back, and this one's not being nice to me, and I'm such a nice person, and oh my god. Yeah. So yeah, for me, it's not very much fun to watch it, but she loves watching it because, of course, in school the other kids they talk about it, and that means that she can talk along with it because she also saw it. So she's also in the know of what's going on with these crazy bad people. Crazy people. They're not weirdies. They're just plain old crazy. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting combo though. It's going to be pretty light. But yeah, I'm getting into some greens. It'll be fine. At least these are a little bit yellow, so I'll be even more than fine. Because I like yellow. But green is always a bit problematic for me. And that's why I also took the more limeish greens because I do better with them. You got it half done. Oh, that's awesome. Half half done. That's great. Mine I did every second of the lines, and I think that looked pretty cool. Uh, I like the result I got on that Friday 13th Halloween. I really like it. I think it look, and the ones that I've seen, they're amazing too. I love seeing them. Uh, so I might throw myself a self pity party. And I did contact the post office. Well, like, yeah, the head office where they direct everything and investigate. And they've started an investigation into what's happened to the package that I think was the traveling book. And well, I called them this morning when they opened, and they say that within 2 days I'll have some kind of answer from them, and they'll try to find it and have an answer for me within 2 days. So at least something, they're working on it. So let's hope something happens. He couldn't find it anywhere in the system either on the number that was on the what's it called, on the slip from the postman. That number, they couldn't find anything on it in their system. So that's a bit scary. But not actually a bit. It's very scary, I think, because it'll be difficult for them to find it if it's not in their system. And they keep asking if I have a tracking number. I don't think that if you send it as regular post, I'm not sure, Rose, if you have any further, like a tracking number or something on it. Um, but yeah, well, at least they're looking into it. And in 2 days, I will know more, they say. So let's hope that we will figure it out. I think it's probably just because it was in the weekend, and it was not like people who knew what they were doing who was at the office, and then they will find it. But like I said, it's a pretty sad thing if it gone all the way from me to Jutland to Canada and then traveled across the US, and if it's then lost after it gets back to me, like after the postman has actually been here to deliver it, if you then lose it after that, that's like crazy because it's traveled so far. I mean, and the postman already was here where we weren't home to deliver it. Then that would just be extremely tragic if they did that. For something that's traveled so far successfully. I mean, that would be. But he assured me that they would do their best, and I'm sure that it's probably in that post office. But I hate those kind of things. It's just really annoying because it would be nice to know where it is and how it's doing. We need to know where it is and how it's doing. I'm not even sure. I'll try to put it out of the glare. Maybe I can get a bit closer, like I did yesterday. Is that better? Yeah. Well, there is the date that he was here, and there was the exact time that he registered it in the system, or that he, on the note that I got, it says that it was like 3 minutes past 3 o'clock in the afternoon on the 12th that they were here. So from that information and my address, they will be able to look up who the postman was that was on the route that day. So no, they don't sign their names, but in the system they'll be able to see who was doing the shift. So we're going on with the next color. Now we'll get a little bit more color on, I think. Hi, friend. Yeah. Well, I don't know because I mean, the postman who are delivering here, This is a heavily populated apartment building area, so I don't think they maybe think so much about or remember about particular packages and particular days. They just do their route. What I would think, because they go to thousands of places in one day. So I don't know. I think all night is when it's done. It was first thing that would be nice with the pinks and purples and stuff, but then I was thinking I always do that, and I wanted to do something different. Like getting browns and grays into play, and some of the colors that I don't use. And for me, some of the colors that I forget to use a lot is the greens. So I wanted to sort of try to work with some of those colors that I don't use so much, just to try to get more comfortable around them. Yeah, well, I don't know, because sometimes, I mean, my regular mailman, he also probably, no, I don't, I think they go to too many houses to even like think what, you know, to remember. I don't know, but, but often it's not the same person. Maybe the regular one who does that route is on holiday or has a day off or anything, is sick or something. Then there's and I think probably because the regular one, he's always here around 12, maybe anywhere between quarter to 12 and 12:30. That's sort of when he passes by me. And then if he's sick or if he's on holiday, then it could be, then it's a different time depending on who's delivering. And I can see that they had been here at 3 minutes past 3 in the afternoon. So that sort of speaks for it being not the regular post dude that was here. And I got an email that I'm supposed to be receiving the 2020 mix tomorrow, along with the big edition of a Heart a Day and the big edition of a Christmas a Day that I ordered, so that I could show you guys the big editions. Um, and that's supposed to arrive tomorrow, but you know, so I'm just hoping that the postman will arrive before I have to leave for the psychiatrist, because there is no guarantee that my dad will hear the doorbell, and he will have to go and pick up Victoria at 2 o'clock from school if she goes to school. So there's all these ifs and buts, which is not really fun, because I don't really, I want to have the package arrive in my hands, safe and sound also. But yeah, it's out of my control. Also, yeah, if it is the regular guy, then it's usually around 12. I don't think they open the packages, but yeah, maybe. Could be. Yeah, but the postman goes to deliver it to the nearest post office pickup point, not to the main office. So it should have been there, and it probably is there. So I'm quite sure that it is there. So this is the next one on, and I think all these up here are covered. So we're going here. Let's just really look at this. The første gang. Nå ja, okay, ja. Den er ikke 12 endnu. I'm thinking that I'm gonna look at this dark green just to see if it will go better than this one. It won't. Let me see if this. I think that one was too blue. If it proves I can work through it. That one is even. I don't know. Well, I'll just continue and then I'll be thinking while I'm doing it. Yeah, you never know what I think they probably delivered it to the supermarket where there is the pickup point, and then they just probably were too stupid to find it. That happens a lot at that pickup point because it's the personnel from the supermarket, so and they might just have I don't know. Uh, but it's annoying. That's the one certain thing about it is that it's annoying and worrying. But I'm quite sure that it will be found and it will be solved. I have to be sure about that. I have to believe in that and be positive. Maybe if I look at the green wave, it might be better. Let's see. To color, but then he has to do a video of it. If he took it home to color the pages, he will have to do a video, a live video. But I found that the quality of the mail service here has diminished extremely during the past years. That it's like really gone down. Um, you can't even call it a service, I think, compared to how I think see it working in other countries. Then I'm like appalled. Let's just check. I really have to cough a lot. Oh, I'm trying not to, but I have a tea here next to me, like a sort of mint and something tea. I'm thinking I'll try to take a sip of that. No, I think he probably did deliver it to the right place. It was just a stupid person couldn't find it. Mint and licorice tea. I'm drinking it, I think. Okay. Now I'm just gonna check out this. That is the green, the gray green. Yeah, no, that's not a happy color either for me. That doesn't make it into this mix. So, well, now I tried it at least. So I think I'll have to maybe just stick with the 6 and take that out and then just bite my tongue. Just have to stick with it. Because then it's just lost in here. That's the olive green. I might pull those out for the olive green anyways. I think I'm just going to stick with the 6. I'm mad. Ready or not, here I come. I'm gonna find you. Maybe I'll do one other thing. Sorry. I think he probably delivered like he usually does in the right place, and then they just misplaced it in there, in the place where you pick it up. They put it in the wrong shelf or something like that. And I could imagine something like that happening. And since I'm only going with the 6, then now I'll start the other side of these. So I'm actually gonna start with that one there. And then I'll be going the other way, because that sort of fits for me now, after this colour's on. think it will be an interesting product number, at least. Ah. Good night, Tina. Sleep well. The tea is not tasting of anything, but maybe that's me. Nothing seems to be tasting of anything right now. Uh, so yeah, but the mail is. I mean, I've never had anything like lost in the mail that they didn't find again. So it's never happened to me before. So I'm sure that it will work out. But I mean, there was those Burks bear, if you remember the ones that were supposedly delivered that never was delivered, where they used that carrier that just had bad. That was a Amazon thing. That was crazy. I think also sometimes in some jobs they're getting paid so little that they don't care and they don't have the integrity or inclination to care about the stuff that they're delivering. And we see like items and packages mishandled all the time. I mean, it's more the rule that I get the package and what's inside is bent or somehow disturbed by the way it was handled. Hi, Tammy. Hi, Fran. Hi, Savannah. I didn't see Savannah come in. Well, I don't see anybody coming in when I'm on this. I only see when people comment, actually. So here we go. So this is going to go here. So I don't even have anything interesting that happened today because I've just been flat all day. Flat, flat. Only just blowing my nose and, and being annoyed about it. I really thought because I was blowing my nose a lot more, um, that it was worse today with the snot, and I was feeling like then maybe it's on a, that it's going away, that it's getting out. But as more as the day has progressed, then I don't feel like that that's the case. It's good. I like it. She went to school because, then I really have to like try to keep a perfect record of attendance at the moment so that they will lay off and see that, that. But it's yeah, I talked about that in the beginning. That I find it absolutely, ridiculous to send her to school when she's not okay. But I don't know what to do anymore because it seems that everything I do is wrong. And with the case escalating with the social after that they got the report from the guy from the job center that has nothing to do with reality, and the report from the school about the absence of 13% last year, then things are sort of on an all-time low, and they want to do some kind of child investigation into her welfare and talk with school personnel about her. Then my question was, who at the school exactly are you going to talk to, since she just got new teachers, and the teacher before said that she's never talked to her. So, I mean, who exactly is it that you're expecting to tell you about her as a person from the school? Yeah, so it's like crazy. That was also why last week was a very bad week for me. I had a lot of bad stuff that I have to deal with, and I am dealing with it, and I have at least contacted 3 people to try to help me. So I am gonna fight them the best I can, but it's not really. They just don't wanna. They wanna blame me instead of blaming the school and the bullies, and they just wanna pin it on somebody else than the system. Uh, and yeah, that's a bit crazy, but it's the way it is. The school doesn't want to take responsibility for not having done anything. Yes, I know, but it is ridiculous, and I spent a couple of days crying last week because of it. And but I just gotta man up, and that means that I have to try to do what the other parents do and send her to school when I think she's better off staying at home, at least for the time being. At least until we got these things sort of settled, then I have to be at least trying. But I mean, I'm gonna evaluate tomorrow morning. This morning, I evaluated that she was energetic, and she didn't have a fever, and yeah, she was snotty, but she wasn't as bad as she was like Friday. She was bad, and Saturday she was bad, but Sunday she was a bit better, and today she was a bit better again. So, um, I mean, normal circumstances, if I didn't have all this shit hanging over my head, I would definitely have kept her home, at least until she was okay. I mean, until I deemed that she was fine to go to school, I would have. But I have to, yeah, I have to accommodate these people, and I have to be, yeah. I don't know. It's just I have to play by their tune right now, and do my best just to let them see that I'm trying. But like a lot of people, a lot of the other kids were absent because all of them have the same virus, of course. They're all sick at the moment. So there was like 4 people missing from class, 4 kids that didn't come to school today. And then there was another one that was as snotty as her, and they actually allowed them to stay in class while there was a recess, so that they didn't have to go outside. But that was just only one recess that they did that. The other one they had to go outside. But that's also another thing, they have to go outside where it's windy, rainy, and cold. That's not going to help on a cold, is it? That they have to go play outside. But yeah, it's ridiculous and crazy, and I feel, you know, accommodating them, I feel like I'm being bad. Like I've never felt like that. When I send a kid to school that I don't think should go to school, then I feel like I'm being a bad mom. And they feel like I'm a bad mom when I keep my kid home from school. So that's the whole that's the center of the problem, is that they think that I keep her home too much, and I don't. Literally, I don't. Um, I just take care of my kid, and they say, "Well, then she's more sick than other kids," and I'm like, "No, she's not. I mean, she's a really strong kid. She's not sick more than others. She did have one where she was sick for a long period of time. But I mean, what are you gonna do? You want me to send the kid to school who pukes every time she's coughing? It's not. That's not gonna happen. And then that's why I'm in deep trouble because of the attendance record. So yeah, it's crazy, and I feel helpless because there's nothing really I can do except try to accommodate them to at least get them to lay off. I mean, that's the main goal, is to get them to leave us alone, and I can only do that if I play by their weird way of measuring if things is okay. And obviously, one of their ways of measuring if things are okay is if she's got a perfect attendance record at school. As crazy as that may sound, then that means that I also have to send her to school when I think she should stay home. Because I'm obviously not considered to be able to evaluate if she should go to school or not. It's funny because when they were in kindergarten or in the nursery home, then they would call from the kindergarten or the nursery home if your child got a fever, and they would ask you to pick up your sick child. But in school they don't do that. In school you get in trouble for keeping them home. They're supposed to be like little robots or something. Hi Chris, lovely to see you. And yes, I'm still. Victoria left this for me. Yeah, these are like little candies for the throat if I needed them. But I don't like to chew candies while I'm here on the video with you guys, so I'm not gonna chew candies. But I will probably have to go to the bathroom in a second or two. Just gonna put this color on so that it comes naturally. So we already done that big part there. I think I know she is. She is the sweetest, and she doesn't understand that she can't stay home because, normally if she's sick, she stays home. And I don't like it one bit. I have to at least show them that I'm trying. I wonder what these people do with their kids. They're probably the ones who sent them off to school when the kids are sick. They're the ones who are the fault of everybody, all the other kids getting sick. And lies. So, this one here. And then we got the light ones again. I think it's going to be quite pretty. Definitely different colors. The interesting thing is going to be when I scan it to see how much of it actually will scan, because I'm a little bit worried about those very light ones. I know I get angry too. I get really angry, but the thing is, they're coming down on me with a ton, and they're blaming me for the PTSD, and they're saying that that might be interfering with her and her school and everything, and that's not true. The reason why she didn't like to go to school was because she was being bullied, and she didn't like the new class that they put her in, and the teacher was being a nasty ass motherfucking bitch. Sorry, but that's the truth of it. Now, on that little F word, I will just go to the bathroom and I'll be right back. 1 second. Sorry, I'm back again. I'm back. So next color on is that one of the lighter ones. So yeah, hugs to you too. It is really frustrating. It's extremely frustrating because I feel like I'm doing my best. Everybody of the other parents are always saying if they've had Victoria over for a play date that she's so sweet and so nice to have visit. She's polite, she's well behaved, she's helpful, and she's just a brilliant kid. All the parents like her, and I've always liked having to say no to play dates because there's too many people asking. So I mean, she's popular, and she's I mean she's well behaved, she's proper, she's clever, she's intelligent, and I mean she's also on top of her class, like on all the books and all the subjects. I mean, so they are deeming everything from the point of view that they think that she hasn't been to school enough days, that she's been off sick too much. And that's like 13%, they say. It's actually, it was 11% when they said it to me, and then it raised to 13, like very quickly. And I don't know how it could get up to 13, but that's the official number. Uh, when they talked to me, it was 10.9 or something. And the thing is, now the really interesting thing is that the limit, because I looked into the limit, because there's a limit where, they can sanction you in your child money um, of absence, and that limit is 15%. So even if she's at 13%, she's still 2% under um, the sanctionable level. So I don't see why the school even reported it instead of for getting me in trouble. Um, and that's of course that teacher. I mean, seriously, you're not in trouble before until it's over 15% in order to sanction people in child money from the state. So she's not even on that level. And then when it's under that level, it's up to the school if they're gonna, you know, do anything about it. They're not supposed, they don't have to report before until it's over 15%. Um, so I don't really understand. But after I got the letter from them, that was last week. That was the same day that there was a drama on the chat. So that was a bad day for me. That was not my best day. I got the letter from them that they're gonna start a child investigation with or without my consent, because they can do it without my consent. So, and that just like broke my back. Yeah, I can't really talk about that. But that's the way it is. So, anyways, I contacted the guy that I talked with on the school, the social worker I talked with there, because he seemed nice. And he called me back the day after. I called and left a message for him to call me. And he called me back the day after, and we had a long conversation. And I said to him, but honestly, they want to talk to somebody at the school who knows her. But who? Who knows her? Because nobody knows her really. Like, yes, the new teachers, but they've only like had her for 6 weeks. This is the 6th week they're having her. So they don't really know her, and they've been dealing with it, starting the new class, moving from one school to another. Um, and then obviously, like, I know that there's other kids in the class who have way bigger trouble than Victoria, because the teachers also informed us on letter that they had talked to the kids who had the biggest problems in the class. And I asked Victoria, did they talk with you? And she's like, no, I didn't have a conversation with the teachers at all. So that means that they're not even considering her having big problems. So, I mean, that's why it seems so unreasonable that I'm being put through all of this if she's not even being considered an issue. So he said that, he would, anything I got from them, like if they're going to do one thing or another, or then he wanted me to tell him so that he could get in on top of it and guide them to who to talk to, so that at least maybe they would talk to her primary pedagogue from last year. And he says he has a good feeling about the new teachers, and he also said that there's other kids who have far bigger problems in her class than her, and he feels that she's going in the right direction, even though that he doesn't know her. But he's of course talked to the new teachers after we had our conversation. Um, so I don't know. I mean, I hope so. And I contacted that lady who helped me before, if she would be like my part. You're allowed to bring somebody that's on your side for conversations and evaluations and all those things. And she's investigating right now if she's allowed to, because she's in the same system, just in another department. So she's trying to find out if she can, if she's allowed to be on my part. Yeah, they treat people like numbers. That's definitely what they do. And then I don't know. I mean, they definitely didn't want to help when I reached out and tried to get them to help me get on the list for an emergency uh, apartment, like for a place to live, so that I could get a place to stay. Uh, that they can assign apartments through their system, um, because it's practically impossible to find something that I can afford at my income level. But they can, because they can just assign a place. Um, and I talked to them twice about helping me with that, and they couldn't help me because I was doing fine on my own. That was what they said. Uh, so, but then now that they got the numbers from the school, then everything is a havoc. But I'll just take it, and I just have to work through it. I also talked with my cousin's husband, and he will also go with me to the meetings if I want him to. So I'll have some kind of backup. I'm not sure he would be the best backup because we see things very differently. Uh, but it's always nice to know that there's somebody who's at least willing to go with you. Um, but it's like, but I mean, he sees it as like, they just target single moms. If you're a single mom and you're unsocial, then you're more likely to be targeted than anyone else from the social authorities, because they have to look like they're doing their job. And then you just got a target on your back. That's what he says. And then it's very important that you just do everything like everybody else. That she wears the same clothes and does everything the same way and all that. And I don't see it as that extreme. Um, and then I talked to another mom, the one that I picked up the kids from, and she said she was through it with her big daughter. She was through an investigation like that, and it went all right. That I shouldn't be scared. She just went and talked with them, and I shouldn't be scared of it. But she's also alone, and she's also been targeted a few times. One time it was because her daughter, the teachers didn't think that she had enough food in her lunch pack. Um, and she got a letter about that, that they thought that she didn't give her enough food. And she was like, yeah, but if I give her more food than that, then I have to throw it out because she doesn't need it because you guys don't give them time enough to eat it. And that's been my problem with Victoria's food too, that they don't have enough time in the lunch break to actually eat the food. Um, so it's a real problem. Or they put on like that they can watch YouTube videos or something like, or television programs while they're having lunch. And a lot of the kids are actually not very good at focusing on multitasking. Yeah, for moral support. But so actually, one of the main things prohibiting the kids from actually eating their lunch pack is the conditions at school. So yeah, but she said that I should just like take it easy and not be too upset by it. But I can't help being upset because I find it pretty unfair. But yeah, it's just the way it is, obviously. But yeah, it's been pretty. It's hard to deal with, and then I have to deal with the psychiatrist. I have to deal with the mentor. I have to deal with the job center. I have to deal with all these things, which just makes me so tired. It's like that you get exhausted from all of it, and in the end, they blame you. In the end, they don't really help. They just want to blame you somehow, and then push you some more. That's how I see it, at least. I mean, I actually think it would be nice if they would just leave me alone, so that I could just do my thing, and do what I mean, yeah. Well, anyways, the only problem for me was really like, the situation that I need to know that we're gonna have a place to live at when this apartment gets sold. Otherwise, that's a very insecure situation, and that's really what I need help with. It's pretty, isn't it? It's a very light thing. It does seem so ridiculous. And I think when people haven't been involved with the system, and they don't know how destructive it is. Here you go. You see the colors here. think it turned out pretty. But it's going to be interesting to see how the scan works out. Exactly, they create more stress. They're getting me more and more out in a stressful situation that I can't handle. So yeah, let's have a look at the next 2 days. And they're going to be fun ones. Look at that one. I'm totally looking forward to him tomorrow on the 17th. It's going to be gorgeous. Yeah, I don't even know what I'm thinking colors were, but I can see so many possibilities here. And he looks great the other way around as well. And then we got the 18th here. That's also pretty wicked. I like that. That's for Wednesday. And that also goes well the other way around. So they're both great. They're both on PayHip. So all you got to do is go there. They're free. Download them and have fun with them. And then we're going to have our subtle little move into the mini weirdie of the day. Here we go. Here we go. So today is the 16th. Yeah, look at that. That was pretty yesterday. And we got the bling bling pen. And we're going to write Monday, 16th September 2019. Yeah. And we have, this is the Moritz. And the first one is 49, pastel green. And it's 38, pale green. And it's 163, green lice. Green lice. That sounds funny, doesn't it? Lice. I don't know what that means. Oh, and the 48 is yellow neon. I should have been aware of that. I wouldn't have used the neon. Okay, and then it's 42 bronze green, and then it's 41 olive green. So that's the 6 colors. Oh, your mom's birthday today. How old? How old? So this was actually your mom's birthday, Weirdie. So here we go with the first one, and I'm gonna put that one here and here. It's gonna go right here, and it's gonna go here and develop from there. Yeah, I think I'll just go all the way down here. And then the next one on will be the 38. She would have loved it. That's nice. Then we got this one is going here. gonna go right here. Maybe if I suck on one of these and just suck on it. Try not to make noise with it. But it might prevent me from coughing. No. We got that one that I should have noticed as being a neon. That was not so good, but that happens. Green Blice. Yeah, it is Green Blice. Blice. It's this one. Yeah, never heard that before. And it is spelled like that. I don't know what Blice is. That's what I was wondering about it. What it was. Oops, I forgot that one. Just gonna bring it up here. And this one obviously is yellow green. No, there was no neon. I don't know how yellow green turned into neon yellow or whatever in my head. I guess it's like really stuffy up there. I did take the nose spray just before I went on, so it's not too bad. But I feel like I made a bad decision to come to Denmark. Uh, well, it was the only decision I could make at the moment, but I feel like since I come to Denmark, everything has been one huge fight uphill. You know, like really every time I feel like now I've gotten to a good point, then it's like I'm getting totally set back no matter what I do since I've come here. Um, and I can't just go back because that's impossible too. So I'm kind of stuck unless I get a miracle somehow. Yeah, I think, yeah. But then, of course, if I hadn't come, maybe I wouldn't even have been here because, no, it doesn't have anything to do with blouse. I don't think so. Ah, it's good. It's kind of pretty colors. There it's already done. We're gonna go back with the pastel green. I think that's actually more yellow than the next one on, but the next one on is the pale yellow, and this is actually a pastel green that I think is a bit warmer. This is actually a very sweet little one. It reminded me a bit of pineapple yesterday. I don't know why. It's just something that speaks pineapple to me when I see this pineapple head. Maybe it's this part down here. Then we got the next one here. First we go here. Forget about this part over here. No, no, no. Then we got this one going. That's only this top part we're missing here. So this is the green blice. Don't know where I saw that neon. Silver green, bronze green, olive green, pastel green, pale yellow, and green blice. I have no idea which one I saw as a neon green. Neon. There is no neon. So that was all in my head. One more going. I think I will kick back and watch a movie. Yeah, here it was bad weather too, but I didn't really get out in it. Oh, yeah. Oh, I just covered the other one. Well, that's just gonna have to live with it because I couldn't see the other color. So then I'm just gonna do that here. And this little dude is finished. And this is gonna be the last one on here. And then we'll just keep our fingers and toes crossed that tomorrow I'll be a little bit better. I'll hope for that at least. Because it's miserable. I hate being like this. I mean, it's nicer when I'm like sort of in an in-between stage where it's just hanging around, but this is like full on uh, cold and throat. It's the whole thing. So that was the one for today. I think it turned out very pretty. A sweet little one. Yeah, better days ahead. I think so. Everything will get better and brighter at some point. I hope. So this is tomorrow's. That's a nice one. So we'll have fun with that. So that is it from me for today. And I'll say thank you all and thank you for your patience with my cold. I can't really, unfortunately, I can't do anything about it, but I'm trying. I'm drinking lots of hot stuff, teas and Ribena, and I'm taking these little pastels and I'm using the nose spray, so hopefully I'll get better. So thank you all for hanging out here with the sick. Feel sorry for yourself, Maria. And let's hope tomorrow is a better day. where I feel better, then it will be much better, much easier. The was not, it's not. So, anyways, have a great evening and see you tomorrow. And I will be strong. I will get rest. I love all of you. Love back to all of you and big hugs. And I will. Bye bye and thank you. Yeah, I appreciate you guys being here. Thanks, Anne.